I was involved with another agent before. They just weren't getting the viewings, so I popped in to see Martin Gerard. They had to hold my hand quite a lot in getting the admin completed, and Raphael stepped in with incredible detailed knowledge. They'd obviously had a good handover at Martin Gerard. It was a very good, strong communication channel, at least every other day in the early days of the viewings and before getting a sale agreed. It would be, so this is what we're doing, can we do this viewing? They've got the keys, and could I let people in? All of the normal sort of stuff you have to do. But, Raphael was always on the phone. He would always pick up the phone. And indeed, his colleagues, they knew about me and the flat, and they were all fully briefed, and they knew their, let's say, stock or pipeline, as they call it in estate agency. They knew their pipelines really well. Martin Gerard, I thought, now it's all going to complete on Tuesday this week. They were good value for money for the extra miles they had to go over and above a simple sale because of extending of the lease, which was causing problems, having to deal with managing agents, having to deal with solicitors, filling in the gaps where I couldn't sort of have the knowledge, albeit I am fully aware of estate agents and what they have to do, having been finance director and financial controller for a firm of estate agents in the City of London for the last 23 years. And so I have a pretty good idea what estate agents, what hoops they have to go through in order to get the deal over the line, and the frustrations they face with difficult clients. Hopefully I'm not one, but with the difficulties on any property transaction, it's never simple offer completion. Communication was very, very good, and so I was never sitting there going, the previous agency I was using, I would never know what they were doing because nothing was being done, no viewings. Martin Gerard did do a lot more and got many more viewings, probably because they've got a bigger applicant list than the other agents, but they are obviously sending the right candidate for the sale of this property, i.e. there's other agent would send people it was just totally inappropriate for, a family of 4 or something would turn up, and you think, it's a 1-bedroom flat. So Martin Gerard were much better at knowing the target market, who they should be targeting, which applicant might be interested, and not waste everybody's time. And I just found that Martin Gerard made the whole, it's a difficult journey on this one, much, much smoother than it could have been. I trust Martin Gerard. They're immediately professional, nicely dressed as well. I've seen some really scruffy estate agents in the city, and Martin Gerard was just that all-round, immediate sort of, gosh, I'm in safe hands here. The initial presentation of the property was exactly as I would have expected, having worked for estate agents and know how bad or slovenly some can be on their presentation, a quick snap of the front room and that's it. But Martin Gerard, very good, sort of moved things around a little bit. Martin Gerard gave that a little bit more attention to detail. Martin Gerard and Raphael in particular were, as my ex-boss would say, you got to know your patch. Go out there, march up and down the road, learn all the side roads, find out about the schools, be able to answer any buyers' questions of what are the schools like, what is the parking like, what's the nearest tube station, for instance. They knew it all rather than just blankly say to the buyer, well, Google it. This is much more proactive, hands-on, individual, tailored service. Raphael and Martin Gerard, I think, went over and above their normal remit of just simply selling a flat by putting a photograph in the window, as we all know, is not particularly proactive, whereas Raphael and Martin Gerard were much more proactive. It's Sunday morning and I complete on Tuesday, got the removal men coming in tomorrow, so I have got quite a lot of things to do, but because Raphael was so helpful to me and Martin Gerard were helpful to me, I thought it would only help, and on top of their fee, of course, which is normal, but I thought it was worthwhile sharing my experiences and giving a testimonial to Raphael and Martin Gerard and the rest of the team, because they did a good job and well done. I would feel very comfortable in recommending them to anybody who was selling, albeit I won't know too many people in the local area anymore, but I would recommend Martin Gerard most strongly to say, if somebody wants to use an estate agent and you want to have a good experience, use Martin Gerard and Raphael, and if not, one of their other branch offices, because it has just been a lot less stressful for me.